Bashers. 5 o'clock on Tuesday, Speedy Tuesday. We're in a Speedy as always on Tuesday, as one should do. If you have one, wear it. If you don't, wear what you love. Because who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Wear what you want. Kevin Landon is the basher of the day. Greetings to Dirk and all the bashers working today. Blah, blah. I will have to catch it on the replay, on the irreplay. Take care and be good to yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Great to see Kevin Landon. Your second time in the pole position. Isn't that fantastic? He came in and just started fighting like a crazy person. Amazing. Andrew Mogwitch, Canadian Tan Balloons, working till 5:30. Upvote everyone and subscribe. Become a Patreon if you can. And the reason for someone to smile. Isn't that the key to everything? If you just smile. I'll tell you about something in a minute. That song is on it. It's one of the greatest songs ever written. It was written, I'll tell you, and we'll talk about it in a second. Dave Fahrenheit 451. Oh, I owe you a big bang. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, you the bing bang boom. Thank you, Andrew. Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Hey, buddy, great to see you in the room. Hitesh C is here too. Hey, Hitesh C, how are you? Happy Speedy Tuesday. Upvote number 4, Speedy Tuesday. If you got it, wear it. Wear it if you got it. Steve Zaliski. Oh, he was the basher of the day. Congratulations, Kevin, number 1. Good evening, Dirk, and all the bashers. Thanks again, Dirk, for my hilarious song. It's currently my doorbell ringtone. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's funny. It's very funny. He says, thank you, Steve. He gets it too. He gets a different one now. I have a couple in the arsenal. And sometimes for Andrew, I just don't do them. Every once in a while, he'll just say, my glasses are always dirty. Where is my thing? I don't know how it is that I only wear glasses for reading. I don't wear glasses in my real life. But they're always fingerprinty. I'm just the worst with this crap. I don't know what it is. Do you guys have a problem? Does anybody have a great solution to, other than don't touch them, I guess? I don't know how to resolve this, because every time I put them on my head, maybe it's because I use, like some hair gel, or I don't know, but they're always, ugh. And these are those prescription ones I got, and I got them because I was getting a headache from my Amazon readers. It's very low. It's like 150, but one of them I don't need at all. So one of them's just blank. I was having a headache. I was getting a headache from my glasses. Right in that lineup. I'd be third from the right. Oh, number 7 to stick thumb up. I don't know about you, but I think that's my favorite thumbnail that I ever did. I think it's the best one ever. A couple of things happened along the way. So I use this program to, I tell it what I want, and then it does it, and then I throw it in Photoshop, and then I spend forever getting cats in clouds or names on chalkboards, etc. It's usually what I do with my morning coffee. Just work on the thumbnail, and I was gonna put the names of everybody's cats on there. Then I was like, wait a minute. One, I'm gonna leave out some cats because there's only like 6 cats, and the other one was, I don't think any of you want the cats to be criminals, right? Because look, did you see them? They're just a mess. Those are some nasty looking alley cats. Not good. So I just said I'll make up names. The only one I put in there was my sister's cat, Spike. My sister Pat has a cat named Spike that she loves, and I just thought, just for her, I thought I'd put it in there. That's funny, Ray. Happy Speedy Tuesday, gang, from Glen Parker is the place to be. And Pushed Stuttgart. Good day, everyone. Great to see you. Franco Fiore, lucky 13. 13's a lucky number in some cultures. Time flies. Big number 16. Really? 16? It's funny because here it looks like 14. I don't know. Fergal. I love the thumbnail. The two cats on the right look like Saki and Ginger, my brother's cats. Very cool. You've got some great cat shots for the Gallery of Bastards. I'm very excited about. There's some very nice gallery stuff from you guys today. I'm very excited. I love Tuesday because everybody gets their act together and make sure they send me pictures to share with everybody in the Basher team and all that stuff. Working a late shift, so probably won't get a chance to watch it live, sadly. Oh, but he says, "Hey, Dirk and the Bashers. Hey, Jocelyn Bittenbender, my queen. Congrats to Kevin for being Basher of the Day. She's working today, as there's been a lot of fragrance chat as of late. For those of you in the UK, Penhaligon's is having their autumn sale. I love Penhaligon's, and you know I love Quercus, even though Julian doesn't like it. He loves Floris, which is cool. I love Floris too. The first time I ever came in contact with Floris was I guess we still kind of do. I'm not sure how it works anymore, but not only did I have my American Airlines perks, but my mother-in-law has a cool job where she's got like great deals on hotels, and we used to travel extensively with my father-in-law and stepmother-in-law, and she booked us at the Four Seasons Hyde Park a million years ago. And I remember everything was Floris, and I was thinking the stuff was divine, really beautiful stuff. And then I think Jewel went and got herself some Floris fragrance. Beautiful, very, very old fragrance manufacturer from the UK, very natural, not a whole lot of shenanigans going on, like which most designer fragrances. I wouldn't consider that a designer fragrance. I would consider that a fragrance house like Guerlain and Penhaligon's and places like that. If they make fragrance and nothing else, they're a fragrance house. But if you make ready to wear and haute couture, and not that there's anything wrong with that. Some of them are fabulous, and I've loved a ton of them. You guys all know what I liked, and we've talked about it incessantly. You guys sick of fragrance chat? You might very well be. Whatever. I just know there's a lot of people out there like Jocelyn and me, and now getting Ush into it, fragrance. Now he's kind of getting the bug, the obsession bug. It's happening. I'm not exactly obsessed with it. I like what I like, and Habit Rouge is, something I wore a long time ago, and I'm wearing it again, and I couldn't be happier. I absolutely love it. Thanks again, Jocelyn. Amazing. Saturday was such a highlight for me. The stream worked well. The audio was good. We only had 2 incidents. One was the internet got a little wonky, and I had to restart the program. Luckily, it doesn't sign me out. And then at the end, my battery ran out on my microphone, and I do have a backup microphone, but I didn't realize that I had to pair it. So now I know. See, it's live and learn. All this stuff. Travis Watts. Hello, Dirk and Bashers. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Yeah, so far so good. I'm having a good day. How about you? Great to see you in the room. Reverso on the wrist. Did everybody see? Anybody watching Watch Fashion Police yesterday? It was a long one. It was the longest one we've ever done. I think it was 1 hour 43 minutes. We're usually on for an hour. I don't know what the hell we were doing. But, of course, there was a massive unboxing because it's Michaela's birthday this week. And Eric, her husband, bought her a Reverso. Mind-blowing. He put it in a Seiko box. And so we were like, oh, that's so nice. He got you Seiko. Yay. And then Reverso. Oh, my God. Because then when she took it out of the, if you hadn't seen it, when she took it out of the box, it was like a white, soft cushion box, like one of these guys. I was like, I don't know. I never saw Seiko come in one of those. And then she turns it around and says, "You should have cool." And I was like, oh my God, what's in there? Amazing. Congratulations, Michaela and Eric. You're a legend. Amazing. Melly C, Honey Pie, happy Speedy Tuesday, beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Angelo, Minichello, hey Dirk and all. Maybe we should all ask Dirk to use the names of the Bashers in his thumbnails. Who's going to be Tiny? Who's going? I thought the girl was Loretta. I wanted a trashy name like, hey Loretta. My apologies to any Lorettas that might be out there. It's probably maybe one of them. I don't know. But I was thinking of like, hey Spike and Tiny, why don't you go get Fang and make sure you bring Loretta with you? Yeah, I can't come. I gotta go buy a pack of cigarettes. Upvote everyone. Basher time for Martin and the beautiful Bronson. Hey, beautiful kitty cat. He's got some cutie cutie kitten shots that I couldn't believe when I saw them, because is there anything cuter than a kitten or a puppy? No. Gabri, Central One is Andrew for sure, indeed. It's a Basher's Wall of Fame or shame, depending on how you look at it. Mr. Joe LaFaro. Hey, buddy boy, look at that beautiful vintage Rolex. Amazing. Look at that thing. How are you, Joe? Great to see you in the room. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Let's not forget, Kevin Hawthorne is this very wonderful guy who lives in Florida. I think Lakeland is out of the path. For any of you who do not know about this, if you're across the pond or in parts unknown, parts of far away, it's hurricane season in the Gulf of Mexico, and there is a Category 5 hurricane right now. It is the worst hurricane in the history of recorded weather. And we just had Hurricane Helene when was that? Like 2 weeks ago? It was really bad. Created a lot of damage. It went up through the panhandle of Florida and just decimated stuff. And, we care about all those people and we're worried about them. So, my friend Mimi got started working with the Red Cross to help out with all those people. And then we think about all the animals that are displaced. It's a tragedy, terrible. But this one is really bad. But it looks like it's going to be kind of smack dab in the middle of Florida. So it's going to miss like the Miami area. My niece lives in that kind of area, and I was worried. I texted her last night. She says, "Get out of there now." But it looks like it's going to shoot straight through the center, like the Tampa area. So anybody, if you're in that area, please heed the warnings of your local governments and get the Fig Newton out of there, because we care about you and we want you back on the show, and we want you happy and healthy and with your family and with your pets and all that stuff. It's the hurricanes are just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. They're not getting better. These are storms like we have never seen before. It's crazy. And even if they say it might downgrade to a Category 4, and that's still 70, 80 mile an hour winds. So it's tragic. Kevin Hawthorne, he pays it forward for everybody, just so everybody knows. He's one of these guys that has this incredible savant-like knowledge of transportation and how to get from here to there, and he helps people out of the goodness of his heart. Dr. Bob's Nightmares here. Turn around. Hey, Bashers, great to see you. Hey, I like your little emoji. Very, very cute. It's Dave Fitzsimons. I love that email, man. So which one is Kaiser Soze? hey, Basheristi. Hey, Dave Fitzsimons. Dave Fitzsimons sent me an email today. I'm not going to show it because who knows what's going to happen with it, but of some ideas for iBashers merch, and it was amazing. I think, though, we'll have to get the permission from Eazy-E, because I think he came up with that thing. It's the Dirkstein and Ushberg. That fake law firm that we invented. Well, I think Eazy-E invented that too. Who was the inventor of that? You guys all know who was the inventor of that. Started calling us Dirkstein and Ushberg. It was hilarious. This email. I was drinking coffee and I actually spit it out when I saw it. It was so freaking funny. Ray says, Dirk, we here. Dr. Bob, Lord No Papers, Kleiner. It's like some kind of crazy code. My kind of cats. I know that you're kind of cats. Oh, I should have put people's name on there, nefarious people on there. It would have been fun. Watch flares. Hi to all and HST to all. Oh, that's so nice of you. Happy Speedy Tuesday to all. Great to see you. What is that watch in there, though? Is it Cartier? It looks like, I don't know what that is. It's so small. Time Flies is here, and he says, speaking of cats, Daniel Katz is a cool cat. Daniel Katz is a very cool cat. You're a cool cat. Living in the city with the back chat. It's the worst Queen song ever. There's an album called Hot Space. It is the worst Queen album. Freddie Mercury was in the height of hanging around in like gay dungeons and discotheques. It's right after they had like Play the Game, and John Deacon wrote another one, Bites the Dust, and they had this kind of R&B #1 hits all over the world. All of a sudden they're rhythm and blues and being played on the black charts, and he's like, darlings, let's go full tilt with this. So they made a whole album of very R&B kind of music, and they just didn't do it well. I'm all for taking chances and that kind of stuff musically, artistically. It's your job as an artist to keep people interested. I don't, that's why I'm not an AC/DC fan. I know. I get it. I get it. I'm just not a fan because they make the same album every single time. You know, it's it's all that, you know, it's the same. But I get why they do it. It's their brand, it's their sound, it's their fine. Don't shoot me. I know, I get it. They're legendary, and of course, I think that they're great. It's just I wouldn't listen to it for pleasure, for fun maybe, and I enjoy it at a party. That's for sure. Travis Watts, so happy for Michaela. That duet, oh yeah, wasn't it beautiful? Man. Ray Ray says that he acclimatized to Storm Kathleen now. Been living with her for 12 years. That's great. And the girl with the wrench is here. She's late. I was listening to the new Lady Gaga, freaking amazing. That's so funny that that's the current last super chat. Chat. And I just wanted to say something. You guys know that I'm a singer, musician, and all that stuff. And I don't like a lot of new music that comes out because it's just so manipulated. It's just so, and I'm an old fart. So, like, when I hear pitch correction on vocals and I hear like completely quantize means you take like the beat and you make sure it's perfect, like directly on the bars, it's perfectly in time. Basically, your drummer can lay something down and it's got a great groove, like John Bonham from Led Zeppelin or any of those great cats from way back in the day. Even like take Buddy Rich or Gene Krupa or Louis Bellson or any of these amazing Keith Moon, Neil Peart, any of these geniuses, Ringo. Imagine doing that to those guys, taking their drum tracks that they played and they've got swing and they've got feel and they've got power and passion and all that stuff, and then just going bloop, and taking the humanity, sucking the humanity out of it. And that's what we all get now. It's not, it isn't like a conspiracy. It's just what everybody thinks is necessary now, because music and art is cyclical and it goes through these permutations of whatever. Right now, no matter how great a singer you are, when you're done with the vocal, unless you say, don't fucking touch my vocal, I'm the artist, unless you say that, or if you have no power and you're a new and emerging artist, the label will tell the engineer or the producer or whomever's in charge will tune your vocals. They'll go in there, well, and it's not like they, do you believe? It's not that crap. They don't do that. They go in there and they go through the notes. There's this program called Melodyne. I'm not going to bore you with technical musical crap, but they go in there and they can actually move it so slightly and actually change the way you enter. They can change your breath. They can change your vibrato. They can do that. And if somebody's really good at it, you might not notice it, but it's mostly noticeable because they tend to be very heavy-handed. So that's the reason why music today is boring to me, because I can hear all those things because I know what they sound like, and they leave artifacts. You can hear them. So the reason I get to this is Lady Gaga's got this movie coming out that everyone seems to hate, and it's called Joker Folie à Deux, right? Or is it Folle à Deux? Folie à Deux. And it's like a sequel or a prequel. I don't know what it is, but it's a kind of musical. And people, the Batman overse, the DC overse, they're not liking it. They're saying that he's great, and they're saying that she's great. They're saying that the movie is stupid. So Lady Gaga she loved playing this character, Harley Quinn, and many people have done it already. And it was a very insignificant character back in the, I was a Batman person. She wasn't a big deal, but it's colorful enough to turn it into the big screen and make it something really great. So Lady Gaga loved embodying this Harley Quinn character who's like a psychopath. And so she made what's called a companion album, kind of like Madonna did in for Dick Tracy. Music inspired by Dick Tracy. And she did Stephen Sondheim songs. And, Madonna is not, and I have a very soft spot for her way back in the day, like True Blue, Like a Prayer, Erotica, and that's about it. And then I kind of checked out, except for Secret a couple of years later. Then I just didn't care. She got old, dancey, and stupid, but there was a point in time where she was great. And she put out this, during this era, she put out this thing called I'm Breathless. Best vocals she ever did. She studied with a coach. She got really good. But Lady Gaga is an incredible vocalist and a fantastic musician. So she did a companion album to this thing, this Joker Folie à Deux. And it is not music per se from the film. It is music inspired by the film, but she's singing it mostly in the character of this Harley Quinn persona. And it opens up with Good Morning from Singing in the Rain, which is Debbie Reynolds, Donald O'Connor, and and Gene Kelly. It's, you know, good morning, you know, but I'm not through, good morning. You know, it's like a big old happy, peppy, and bursting with love kind of Broadway tune. The vocals and the arrangements and the production on it is so great. I only have one small modern problem with the whole record, is that the vocals are way too loud, because that is very modern today. And also, uh, the version that you hear digitally, like if you listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, Apple actually has a lossless version. So there's this thing called compression, and I'm gonna get past this really fast because everybody's gonna start leaving. Basically, they compress. It's digital compression, and they squash the signal and they make things louder. So on it's really over compressed on the digital versions. But I went and I got the CD of it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The horns sound like there's room for days. The vocals are bright and beautiful. It's perfectly. I was so wrong about my first judgment. It's the digital version of it, the MP3, because it's squashed to the high heavens. Lady Gaga has put out an album that I absolutely think should be vocal album of the year. It is some of the best singing she's ever done, if not the very best singing she's ever done. There's barbershop, there's jazz, there's bossa nova, there's rock. Not enough rock for my taste. She tries to rock out, but I think she's a shitty rocker. When she did that thing with Metallica, it was very, very embarrassing. I was embarrassed for Metallica and for her, because I think she's got the chops to do it. But there's something so art school about her. So, like, she went to NYU Tisch, which is a big performing arts college, and there's something you can't pull that out of a lot of people. So it feels a little bit that when she did that, it was kind of stupid. But she needs like a friend who's a really great guitar player. Like, she should be friends with Emmett, and like he'd be like, oh no, bitch, we're gonna do this and rock it out. But there, like I said, there's bossa nova, there's big band and swing, there's rock, there's pop. There's so many amazing things on this record for everyone. The musicians, I mean, full orchestra, full brass, full strings. And it's funny because Beck's dad, you know, the singer, I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? That guy, Beck, his dad is David Campbell, who's one of the biggest orchestrators in the world. And I've never really liked what that guy does. I'm always like, Michael Kamen was so much better. There's other people that are better than him. And he's on the last track, That's Life, you know, the Frank Sinatra song, That's Life. And it's my least favorite track on the album because I think that the arrangement is bleh. It's crap. The arrangements on all the other tunes, whatever production team, I haven't gone through all the notes yet, but she produced it with a couple other people, Red One, people you wouldn't expect to know how to do such things. You would think she would get, like, Phil Ramone's not around anymore. There were producers who could do that kind of thing, but man, I can't tell you. It's called Harlequin, and it looks like a Lady Gaga record because she's got all cuckoo makeup and she's in a shower and she looks like she's going to murder you. It's a very, very creepy looking album. But man, the second it opens up, you cannot believe the singing out of this woman. It is outrageous vocalizing. She is such a wicked talent. And I'm so proud of her for making a record like this because, you know, that mother monster thing is so tired. You know, the disenfranchised, you know, poor me. And, you know, it got boring, and she's too advanced of an artist to keep that shtick. It's like Marilyn Manson, or not sweep that under the carpet now. You're better than that. She does big band and swing. She made records with Tony Bennett. So she's got the acumen and the chops, and she's a fabulous piano player, arranger. That girl's amazing. I don't know. I love that record. Get that record if you can. It is absolutely freaking amazing. Mr. Mustang Rick says, pray for us in Florida. We're all praying for you in Florida. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Where are you exactly in Florida? Please don't say Tampa. Oh, don't say that. Tampa's going to get whacked. My Mets are 1-1. This is baseball chat, and I watch the numbers go down. World Series time. Shouldn't be called the World Series because there's only one international team, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays. And that's not so international. But the World Series is upon us. We're in the playoffs. And my team is in the mix. So we'll see. And they train down there. They train. Everybody trains in Florida. Florida is the place where every sports team goes in the off season, so they're very connected to Florida. All their stadiums are down there and stuff. And uh, I didn't go, but our very first album was mixed in the Tampa area at a place called Mars Sound, very famous studio for metal, for heavy metal people. It was legendary. So many big records came out of there. We went down there because we have to go to Mars Sound, and we went there. I didn't go. My guitar player Jimmy went. But I think about all the people in Florida right now. I don't know honestly. Like earthquake zones and volcano zones, like that would be like living in like on Vesuvius, near like in Napoli or one of those places. It would be crazy, or Mount Etna. Um, Putting yourself in harm's way for sunshine just doesn't sound right to me. I don't know why we do that. There's so many places in the world, and I know people like the weather in Florida. But my God, it gets whacked so many times a year now because the storms have gotten so huge. So please, if they tell you to get the hell out of there, please get the hell out of there. Don't be brave, or don't have an, anti-M's little, shelter for tornadoes. Those things don't work, man. This is going to be a flood, an epic biblical flood. The water, if it hits at a 5 or a 4, and I hope and pray that it gets knocked down. But once it's over water, that's the problem. It starts to dissipate the second it hits land because it doesn't have any more fuel. That's its gasoline. So I could rant on and on and on about that, but I'll stop. Ray Ray says, "Ooh, I like that oldie song. Good morning, good morning." Oh yeah, that oldie song. Ray Ray sends me like these. I don't know who makes them. Are they AI? Is AI that good now that AI can make up songs? He sends me these old, big timey, because he knows I love, Hollywood musical songs, and not exactly. I'm like Anne Maiden, all right, and I like Iron Maiden, but I do love all that. Those are the golden age of MGM musicals and great songs from Cole Porter and the Gershwins and all the great singers. We had all these great singers. We had Frank and Tony and Andy and Peggy Lee and Rosemary Clooney and Judy. And that's the gayest thing in the world, right? But you know what? She was the greatest singer ever, period. End of story. There's no competition. It's not arguably. Judy Garland was the greatest pop singer of all time. She certainly was. Just watch anything that broad did, even when she was old and frail. She wasn't even old. She died when she was 46 years old. Isn't that nuts? That legendary, like old-timey lady, she was 46. More than 10 years younger than I am right now. What the fuck? And she was dead. Drugs, pills, booze, whatever. But inarguably the greatest singer in the world. But where are those people? Guess what? Lady Gaga sings a Judy Garland number on this album, and she does a damn good job. She's not trying to be Judy; she's trying to be her. It's fantastic singing. I wished I read all the reviews of this record, and I'm like, no, we're gonna shake these people. Oh, it's not the best Gaga record. It's not my style. It's before my time. And I know the Grammys are a sham, and it means absolutely nothing. They give awards to lip syncing, auto-tuned, idiots jumping around with their stupid choreography and no substance whatsoever. It's not even good choreography. Please, acknowledge that somebody's got to say, wow, this was a well thought out, well executed, well played, well sung, well arranged record. I can't stop listening to it. It's incredible. Anyway, Mart says, I've seen the new Joker film and it's really bad. I saw the first one, and I did love it, but man, it was so disturbing because he's a very disturbing actor because he's method or whatever he is. That scene at the talk show with De Niro, I did not see that coming in any way, shape, or form. Holy crap. It's a super creepy thing. They're having a romp. They're having a good time. The reviews are horrific for this film. The reviews are terrible. It's like I feel bad for Francis Ford Coppola and Megalopolis, this passion project he's been working on for 40 years. Apparently, it's a disjointed cuckoo mess, Apparently, it's just completely... And what are you going to do? It's something he's been working on for years, and he loved it, and he's and he's excited for it and he wants to share it with people, but the reviews are really, really terrible. I haven't been to a movie in a theater since I got bed bugs in 2008 from Avatar, which was a terrible film. And it wasn't worth me taking home bed bugs. The theater got closed, and my friends got it. It was just a nightmare. Terrible. So I feel kind of afraid to. I mean, I sit on planes and trains. I guess the same thing is, and I sat in a Broadway theater twice. Twice, yeah, since that. So I guess isn't it the same thing? I don't know. I should get over it and go to a movie, right? I think I'd love to sit in a movie theater with a thing of popcorn, but I can't have popcorn right now because I'm on keto, and corn is like the worst. Corn has almost no nutritional value whatsoever, other than it being delicious on a cob with butter all over it and salt. And popcorn's fun, but I can't have it. It's super high in sugar, which is crazy. Ray was looking forward to Joker 2. Yeah. I mean, listen, like I say about music, like I say about fragrance, like I say about watches, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. And critics, just the whole idea. And I'm very upset with Quentin Tarantino because I'm like, Quentin, I'm so upset with you. He was going to make a movie called The Movie Critic, and it was about this very, very famous Los Angeles Times movie critic who was pivotal in the 70s and 80s. And I think she's dead, Pauline Kael. And it was supposed to show how exactly critics work in terms of scheduling, film production, releases, previews, and audience reception. It was supposed to be this real, because we don't understand how that all works, but you get a bad review, be it on record, in films, or a Broadway show, and it can actually kill. The show can close the next day because ticket sales will just drop. And if ticket sales drop, they'll close the show. They'll refund your money, I hope. But music, people won't buy your stuff. In movies, no one will go. And then these movies cost a lot of money. And I don't know how much. I think it was $150 million it cost to make this Folie. What's it called? Folie Joker, Folie. What is it? I want to say Folies Bergère. Adieu. Cost a lot of money, and it's the same director, same writers, having a bit of fun. They got Gaga to talent it up, I guess, and she can act. You wouldn't know it in the Gucci movie because that was just atrocious. And who directed that? Was it Ridley Scott? Ridley Scott has been making some bad movies, bad movies. Don't rest on your laurels, mister. Go get some good writers. Mustang Rick, Central, luckily. How is Central lucky for you? It looks like I was looking at it. You know what? Can we look at this right now? Hurricane. Let's see. News. Now it's Hurricane Debbie? Where's Debbie? What the hell is Debbie? Who the hell is Debbie? Debbie? Oh, that's old. Why would I said hit news? It's ridiculous. Don't do that to me. Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, it's called Milton. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. I'll pull you all in for this because we're worried about some of you guys. I know a bunch of you guys are in Florida. So, okay, my privacy. Do I have to review this? I don't want to do this. Okay, go away. Oh man, privacy settings. Come on, go away. Can I go back to this? Okay. Milton is a Category 5 hurricane. Is it sharing? It's sharing. Okay. Let's have a looky poo. Look at this. Look at where it's going. Where's the trajectory? Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going. It looks like it's going straight to where is this going to go? Status. 24 hours. Okay, this is okay, here you go. The hurricane warning, the green, the purple one is where anywhere from Fort Myers up to Jacksonville. So Tampa, Orlando. Isn't Orlando Central Florida? I mean, Miami's south, of course. Jacksonville is north. See, that's what scares me. That right there. To see that. Can I blow this up so you guys can see this better? I can, right? Yeah. That is where it says it's going. Unbelievable. So if you're in tropical storm warning, okay, Miami's getting something, huh? Tropical storm warning, and there's like almost no. Why is that? Why is the hurricane watch? Um, why is the red? Oh, because it's right on the shore, so it could pick up there. Okay, I see. That's very interesting. We are so central. Where is that central? Let me know. Worried about that. Um, my count says, love voting, love the bashers. Hey, Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Boom. Dirk, music talk is one of the highlights of the show. Keep it coming. Hey, man. Well, it's in my blood. There's nothing I can do about it. But you know what? Do yourself a favor. I don't want you to get the MP3 because it's kind of squashed. They make Apple has a lossless one, maybe the other one. It's the only music service I subscribe to because I'm trapped in Tim's horrible citadel of centrifuge of bullshit. But they do have a lossless version, and it was incredible. But I bought the CD and I listened to it on headphones, and it sounds like it was recorded in 1955. It's so beautifully recorded. I want to find out, see if because I think it's live. I think she did it all live, like in the studio, vocals in the studio. Because back in the day, you'd have the orchestra, and you'd be right there. You might be in a booth or behind a baffle, and the orchestra would be behind you, like Sinatra and Bing Crosby and Judy and all those people. They insisted upon it. They didn't like to do it later. They wanted to feel the pulse of the band, feel the music, feel the time. That's what they wanted to do. And people don't really do that anymore. The music gets recorded first, and then maybe there's a scratch vocal, which is just like a temporary vocal, so everybody knows where they are. But I'm pretty sure this sounds live. I haven't read any of the notes yet. I'd like to find out more about it because it's such a great, great, great recording. It's beautiful. You cannot believe the singing on it. We haven't had a singing that great since Katie Lang or Streisand or one of the great female chanteuses. It's absolutely mesmerizing. Man, this bitch can sing her ass off. It's serious singing. Serious singing. My count says lens and frame cleaner spray. I've tried them all. Last time I went, I had my this was a little loosey goosey for me, and it keeps happening. There's no way around it. These glasses are just lemons. Every time I get them tightened, that happens. This one won't move. Last time I brought it to my guy, he tightened them and he cleaned it with something. And I said, "What is that stuff?" And it was some crazy. He put it in a machine and it did a great job. So I don't have that technical thing. Joe LaFaro said, "So right about the golden age of American standards and Hollywood musicals. There's no other. Listen, I love pop and rock, and I'm a rock guy, and I've been writing and singing my own rock forever, and I know where it's like the Beatles. The Beatles did everything, and then we all kind of copied it, and it's the blueprint, but the blueprint for songwriting." Other than forget about classical music and jazz and all that stuff, but even jazz, though, the Great American Songbook, because so much of it is jazz. It's just vocal jazz, which is different from that's not my thing. Though I do like Sarah Vaughan and Ella. But once it gets too scootly wow wow wow, I'm not really that much into it. It's not so much my thing. But the American Songbook, the standards, Nelson Riddle stuff is absolutely incredible. The orchestrators, everything from like movie music back then. Thank God we have John Williams. I don't know how much longer we'll have him for because I don't really like many of the other guys. Hans Zimmer, he's okay. He does some good stuff. Thomas Newman, I can't stand him. I love David Arnold. I think he's one of the great ones. But nobody's Bernard Herrmann or Franz Waxman or any of those guys. They're amazing. The talent, you wonder about the talent. Where's the talent? Lady Gaga, that's the talent. Go get that record. It's called Harlequin. You listen, even if you don't like that kind of music, you'll be blown. Listen to it. Put it on YouTube. Get it for free. Don't buy it. Who buys records? Who cares? Nobody buys records anymore. I have all the formats, but my PC program that upsamples any music I can digitize sounds better than any of the original format versions. Yes, some won't like that statement, but I stand by it. Well, where do I begin? I'm dumbstruck. I know you told me what you do, and you made me listen to that thing on your little doohickey because I met with him. We went out for a. We were talking the other night about the restaurant we went to and how we ate that crudo. We had pasta that was so undercooked, and we just didn't send it back because I don't know. We probably should have, but Angela had this player with him, and it sounded really, really, really good. However, being a guy that has been in big ass studios and had the luxury and the time, the age, I was in the era where these beautiful analog consoles recorded this beautiful music or whatever, beautiful music, the music that I got to record onto analog 2-inch tape had a sound to it that is unmatched. And I've been working on digital since it came out. I've been recording digitally since the 90s. 96, I think. I got my first program. It was called Notator, and I had these SCSI drives and all this crazy stuff. And I always felt it was a little lacking in soul and stuff like that. But I'm not saying you're wrong about that. I'm saying that it's upsampling. You know what? You can't once a digital signal has stuff on it, it's different from analog. What's not on it isn't on it. So what's not on it can't be put on it. But if it's an analog recording, yes, you can EQ things and hear things better, sure. But I'm not even talking about any of that stuff. And I know you know what you're talking about, so I'm not gonna. I'm talking about the presence of the recordings, which is something that recording in your bedroom doesn't give you. Recording in your garage will give you a little bit more. But these beautifully tuned rooms, Westlake Audio, and all these great designers, Schulman and Ferran, all these guys that built these studios that were so sonically tuned. Capital A, Abbey Road, these amazing world-class studios. There is a sound that they had, and because analog can hear it all, digital can. It will cut out. It'll cut ambience out. It won't record it. It won't. It's not there. It won't even record it. And it's gotten better over time. But like if you took an orchestra, the same exact orchestra, and you put them in Capitol Studios in 1952 with we all use the same mics. We're still using Telefunkens and Neumanns, or the same ones. The same mic of the same best microphones from the 40s and 50s are the best microphones today. They have never improved them because nobody wants those newfangled ones. Everybody wants those vintage 47s, 87s, and Telefunkens and Brulin Care and all those crazy mics. That's what everybody wants. So if you took the same band in capital A and recorded the same thing, horn section, strings, all that stuff, recorded it on, what was it, 2-track? That's what they had then. This is just, that's it, I think. Did they even have 2-track, or was it just 1-track live in the 50s? I'm not even sure. On their crazy analog things. And he recorded that. And then you took that exact same band, you put them in the time machine, and you brought them to, a studio. Let's say you go to Abbey Road. You still get a great room, but they're recording it on all that digital stuff. The 50s one's going to sound way better. It's going to be way better. And I stand by that. But I love Angelo is a purist, and he loves his music, and he's got great equipment. And he did play me some stuff he played me one of my own songs that he upscaled, and it sounded better. But, and that was mastered. My record was mastered by a very famous guy named Greg Calby at Sterling Sound. Technically one of, it's not the best. I think the best is up in Maine. Bob Ludwig or not Bob Ludwig. Bob Ludwig's one of them, but probably Bob Clearmountain is probably the best that there is in the business. But he's one of the best. He did, tons and tons of Born to Run and lots of John Lennon stuff. The one thing I always thought I loved about it was it wasn't really loud, because now they master things very loud, and you lose all the dynamics because the audio signal starts to break apart and starts to get really, really crappy. Anyway, I've been going on and on and on. Anyway, go get that record, and I would say get the CD because that's what I bought, and it sounds the best. I'd love to get the vinyl, but I don't. Oh, you have a turntable, right, Angelo? Go get vinyl. Or maybe if you're not into vinyl, I have a turntable, but it's under a chair in my living room. I know it's very stupid. Ray says, Dirk, you seen The Menu? No, what's The Menu? Oh, wait a second. Isn't that a movie about people go to like something and they wind up on the menu? Sounds horrible. Joe LaFaro says, Megalopolis left me with two possible interpretations. Oh, you saw it. I'm fascinated that you saw that. And he's got more. Oh, wait a second. Here, where is it? No, Megalopolis left me with two possible interpretations. Either it's way over my head or Francis is developing dementia. I was afraid, Joe LaFaro, that it looked like that. I would, God, and it's really long, right? Like, and I've always said, that's the movie that's going to get, not, I never said it about this, but I always say a movie's coming out and I'll go, that's the one that's going to get me back in the theaters. That's the one that's getting me back in the theaters. And nothing has got me back in the theaters. So that probably won't be it either. I mean, I guess I'll wait for it to be on Netflix. I have a nice big widescreen plasma in my house. I'm an old school plasma guy. Don't get me started. John Doe says Rotten Tomatoes has so much power. It does, just like we talked about Pauline Kael. I see what the score is, and if it's low, I won't watch it. It's usually accurate because it's aggregate. It's like they, like, I'm not sure exactly how Rotten Tomatoes works, but I think it's a polling of people, not it's reviews and people. I tend to go to Metacritic. Have you ever gone to Metacritic? Because what they do is they also have all the main publication reviews of whatever, music, movies, games, anything that's commercially artful. And then they'll have the people reviews. And they are usually very, very different because people are more forgiving because, it's kind of a critic's job to be a bit of a douche. Now, many, many years ago, I had a friend that I met when I worked as an intern at Atlantic Records. And she took me to a lot of films. And her name was Robin Milling. Her column was called Milling About. And she took me to crazy stuff like Married to the Mob and Beetlejuice. And I saw a million movies, but I also saw some, but I was enjoying them, but she was like there to be a critic. And then Mimi would take me to see With Nail and I, Jim Jarmusch movies and stuff like that. She was my art center, whereas the commercial stuff. And then I would see her analyzing a film. And I always kind of feel bad about that because I think movies should be visceral and you should go there and it should play on it should be an emotional reaction versus like going there to do a job. It's like going to review a concert. I'll walk in. If the band is good, the singing is good, I'll enjoy it. And then I'll wax on about it later. But to sit down and write about it and go, well, I didn't really like how Liam Gallagher didn't address the fans. He's a snoot, or it seems like art gossip to me. And I've never liked that. And I don't read them like whenever we've played because I'll know if I had a shitty show or not. But everybody knows better than other people. I don't know. Who cares? Ship of Fools. The Ship of Fools. Been away for a while. Love your show. Oh, man, thanks so much. Sorry you've been missing my likes for the last month. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. My wife and I are expecting a baby girl. Congratulations, Ship of Fools. It's crazy how fast watches stop mattering. Yeah, it's just stuff, man. It's just stuff. You know what matters? Baby girls and your wife. Doesn't matter. And your kitty cat if you have one, or your puppy pup. Doesn't really matter. It's nice to have. It's nice to have nice things. We like to have nice things. We like nice things. We like nice hotels. We like business and first class and all that stuff. But sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes a hot dog and a beer or a pizza and a beer is more than enough as long as the company is great. That's the way I look at it. You could take me to the fanciest restaurant in the whole wide world with like the biggest douche and when somebody says, oh, well, Bruce is paying, like, who cares? I don't care. I don't want to go there because Bruce is paying. I don't give a shit. If he's like Bruce is a drip, I want to go there with Frank and Petey, and I want to go there with Spike and Tiny and Loretta. Joe LaFaro, congratulations, Ship of Fools, once again. Folio adieu is a psychiatric condition with. Oh, is that right? Oh man, it's a play. I thought it was Joker Part 2, like Folly. It's a folly, part 2. Is a psychiatric condition where the same delusion is shared by two people. Fuck me. I didn't know that. Joe LaFaro. You smarty pants, you. Wow, I feel so educated. And I love it. I love learning shit. Folie à deux is a psychiatric condition. Well, then that's a really cool. Now I know more about this movie. These two psychopaths share the condition. That must be weird, right? JBB wants to know who named it Milton anyway. I know who named it Milton. Milton sounds harmless. Milton's a cute name, though. Like the guy who got his lunch money taken in grade school. It does. It's Milton. Or a cute name for your cat, right? That's Milton. Uncle Milty. Here's John. Hey, John. Miami's the safest city in Florida for the first time in history. I always look at Miami, that glittering, city on the sea, and think, man, that's sea level. Shit. I mean, it would be so easy to wipe that out with one fell swoop. One fell swoop, the way that it seems so fragile. It's just, right over it. It's just a tiny little peninsula there. It's a tiny peninsula at the end of the peninsula. I don't know about that. No thanks. Gabri says, congrats on the baby girl. Dirk Diggle OC, I thought about living in Florida, but that noise. Also, good luck getting homeowners insurance. Yeah, that's scary stuff. Nathaniel Hannon with $4.99. We are getting smacked by the hurricane in FLL, Fort Lauderdale, Wednesday night, Thursday. Is that what that means? Fort Lauderdale. Is that what that means? Or is that just Fort Lauderdale? What does that mean? FLL. Oh, is that the airport? I'm not sure. Thanks for that. $4.99. You're getting smacked. Are you in Florida right now? Get the hell out of there, boy. Get out of there. Boom. Boom. My super chat's not working. It's like, why did that not work? I want to give you this one. All right. Sometimes, I don't know. So I didn't use this program. This is called StreamYard. We use this. Machine uses it too. Actually, he started using it. Then I followed because I get to do all these fun stuff. And, I've got confetti bursts and balloons and stars. And I like these ones. Good morning. Good morning. Woke up the whole night through. Good morning to you. And I can't do that on my walkabouts. I can do it if I continue to use this, but I didn't last Saturday. I went straight through YouTube, and holy crap, it worked way better. It was so much crisper. The video was so good. So good. Hey guys, and yakking about Lady Gaga and hurricanes and all that stuff. And what did I forget to do? Forget it to start everybody's favorite part of the show. It is where you express everything that is happening in your life, and it is the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
And I share with the world. I love it. Andrew Olkowicz starting it out with a cat fight. He said it was peace a minute ago, and look what happened now. Take a look at me now. There's just two crazy cats. Oh my God, don't hurt her. Don't do that. Oh man, that's an action shot. I can see that blanket is finally starting to fray. I knew that blanket didn't have much time left in it. It's like one thing you can never get with a cat is chenille. Angelo Minichello, what's going on here? And some great shots. Speaking of analog desks, this is what we made our records on. They all looked like that. Look at that. The Carabinieri. That's the high police in Italy, for those of you not in the know. And they dress like, I don't know who dresses them, but it looks like it's got to be Armani or one of the better, Brunello Cucinelli. It's just insane. Those guys are decked out. Formula One and LVMH announced their historic partnership. And it's amazing. These guys, they're going to put all their crazy. Is that Jared Kushner on the right-hand side? Fuck you. Estimated to be near the 100 million per year range landmark. It's going to be Bernard. No, he's one of the richest people in the world. So it's going to be probably some cool watches, right? They own a bunch of great watches, don't they? They're trying to push their I mean, don't buy an LMVH watch, but I'm sure that there's other brands under. I don't know what's under their umbrella. What's under their umbrella? You guys know. You tell me. Ready for this? Here's Mart now. Mart and Bronson. Bronson now in his habitat. Look at how beautiful that's. His cat is crazy beautiful. But wait, this ready? Oh no. Is that a killer? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that the sickest thing you've ever seen? Oh my god. What a cutie pie. I mean, come on. Come on, Mart. That's just too much. That's just too much. Bronson. Oh, kitty pictures. Oh, after the show, I'll probably just bust out all my Laverne kitty pictures. I found her when she was about 3 months old. She was on the street, and I was like, "Well, who are you?" She's hanging around with the guys in the thumbnail today. She was hanging around with all the tomcats. I'm like, they're gonna knock you up and beat you up, and they're all wearing wife beaters. They're horrible. So I just immediately just grabbed her, and that was that. Okay, what do I got now? I got Ken. The Verge escapement. Let me read this first, so you guys can have an idea. The Verge escapement, kind of keeping time for 400 years. I love to be a Tag Heuer. That's who they own, so it's going to be Tag. This is an ancient timekeeping, 400-year-old timekeeping device. Look at this thing. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Are these yours? Look at that. I mean, you got to wonder, like, who was the first person to start making these things? They did all the math in their head. Beautiful. Is it brass? What is it made out of? Can't be made out of gold. Looks like gold, but it can't be. Too soft. That's beautiful, man. Thanks for sharing that. I want to look up more about that and find out more about that because it's very interesting. The Verge escapement. Kind of keeping time for 400 years. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you, Ken. Andrew says he's a prince in his own mind and one pillow just isn't enough. Oh, well. Aren't they all princes and princesses and kings and queens? Look at you. He's giving you the look like, are you going to kick me off? You didn't kick him off. Please tell me you didn't kick him off. Oh, you're a baby. Thanks, Andrew. We miss you live on the show. It's no fun. I got a note from Julian, who is sending me a package. How sweet is this? How sweet is this? Actually, it's got addresses all over it, so I'm not going to show it to you. Anyway, what a sweetheart he is. Thank you, Julian. He's been feeling kind of crap lately, and says well wishes to Julian because, he's been just dealing with so much crap, and I'm so sorry for him because he's such a lovely guy. And he lets us in on all his art and his beautiful audio, too. He's got some incredible audio for listening to music. A real patron of the arts and a mensch, as they say. You're a mensch. Dave Fitzsimons. I'm going to show you some of this stuff. Ready? I'm just going to give you a brief thing. I'll make it quick because I like it. And Carolyn will probably want to see this too. Look at this. Dirk, Steen, and Ushberg. And shirts. Don't panic. We've defended worse. It's very funny. Look at the totes. Dirk, Steen, and Ushberg. Look at the logo. You're a maniac. Oh my god. I literally spit out my coffee when I saw that. Here's Fergal, Cat's Coffee, and the infamous package, letting you in on all that stuff now. And these are some beautiful shots, man. Absolutely beautiful shots. I love sharing your pics, man. Every one of you. Look at this beautiful baby cat. Hey, honey. Look at that. Oh, having a snooze. Oh, look at the orange one. That doesn't look very comfortable, but it's the sunshine. They want the sunshine. That's all they want. Look at you, you beautiful ginger. Oh, what a sweet cat. I like your red walls. Very cool. Oh, getting the sun. Yeah, see, that's what it is. I like that. Is that your parents? Look at the picture. Amazing. Oh, you're a beautiful baby. That's what I sent him. I sent him the Laverne card and a CD, like everybody got in March and April. He's having a cup of coffee with his Nespresso. I have the Pixie. What is that? The Cities? I have the Pixie. This is beautiful DeVille. Oh my God, look at this dude. Oh man, this is gorgeous. What a beautiful dress watch. I love the applied logo. Love the date. That's a beautiful one. Christopher Ward. Wait to see the next one. It's absolutely beautiful. That one's beautiful too, but that's killer. Look at that thing. Man, I'm so impressed by Christopher Ward. I've got to go try a couple on because they're sick looking watches. They really are. That was the card. And this is the package that went to Fergal 6 times. This actual package got sent back to me, went to Ireland, came back 6 times before we finally got it to him. Isn't that mental? Mental. Oh, thanks, babies. Thanks, Fergal. That was beautiful of you. Thanks for all of that. Bob Randolph didn't send a picture, but he says, saw Michaela receive a beautiful reverso from her husband. Wow. Discussion ensued where Sheen said the Cartier tank is okay, but not in the same league as reverso. You then added reverso is the perfect dress watch, the classic Art Deco thing. Yeah, I did. I said all that. Yeah, no, I know who you are. By the way, I'm Bob with Collection Pick from 10 days back. Yeah, no, Bob Randolph, totally know who you are. I know who all the Bashers are. I mentioned looking at my rectangular watch to my collection, the Dolce Vita by Longines. I love that watch. The Cartier Must. That's the all black one, right? JLC is the bomb. Yeah, he's a big reverso guy. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, Carolyn Martin, my Speedy with its pen. Let's have a look at that. Masterful art he got going on here. Look at this. Carolyn Martin made pen, Swiss made watch. Look at that. It's great. I love that you have it on the leather. It looks great. That pen is insane. That looks vintage. It really does. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Thank you, Carolyn. Is that just one? Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. Oh, darling. Travis Watts. Guess what? I had an opportunity to try on. Uh-oh, I'm scared. Oh, shit. Nathaniel. Zoinks! Hey. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is, you know how the Rolex was the John Mayer? This is the Nathaniel Hannon watch. Yeah. Could you believe how heavy that thing was? Wow, man. Look at that. And you got a big bruiser wrist. I'm surprised that's like you actually take links out. I wouldn't think you would have to because you're a big, manly stud. I saw the size of your wrists. Huge. Nathaniel and I have the same 725, so I just tried it on and it fit me perfectly and vice versa. So I was like, which isn't bad. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy photography too, because I can get really in there deep. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. Did you not want to get it? You'd want a deal on that thing because that's some pricey stuffage, man. Woo! Oh, here's Phil and Crumpet, and the proof is in the pixel. Crumpet and Pixel show. Look out. Oh, hey. Hey. Look at you. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, man. Melly, look at this chocolate kitty cat. You're so cute. Oh, my God. Does Melly C have pictures? I didn't see any from Melly. I'm missing something from Melly C. We always want an update. Oh, look at them. Unreal. And it's a cat in a box. What else is new? They just love the boxes. The Crumpet and Pixel show. Oh, who's this third one? Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, hold on. Let me just. Did you get another cat? Am I unaware? Crumpet. Well, let's see. Happy Speedy Tuesday. Crumpet is in every cat's favorite place, and Pixel showing off for stripes. Who's the third cat? Who's the third one? Right? There's Crumpet and there's Pixel, but who's the black one? Right? Or do I have it confused? I'm confused. Happy Speedy Tuesday. Crumpet in every cat's favorite place. Pixel showing off for stripes. Right. Okay. Tell me. I'm confused. I'm confused. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Andrew, Melly C, do I not have a picture from you? Did I miss something? Because you always send one. I'm just making sure you don't. I'm not saying you have to. It's also Pixel? What? Wait. I've got to go back here. Wait a second. Is that what it is? Is it just the light that's confusing me? Oh, wow. Come on. Is that possible? Could this and this be the same cat? Is it just, oh, I guess it could. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Thank you, buddy. Same kitty. I'm amazed. Amazed. And Angelo Minikiller, do I have a turntable? He says. I'm sure he does. Something crazy. Look at this beast. I have a friend who has one of those Lynn sound decks. It's just ridiculously expensive. It's crazy. Ray, I'll do that now. I'll do that right away. I'll give him your address. I didn't do it. That's beautiful and that's crazy. Go get the Gaga record on vinyl because it'll probably be insane. Insane. And let me get to, it was Nathaniel. So we had Hetesh C saying LMVH watches. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Tag is, they've got Patrick Dempsey now, right? And he looks great. He looks great for the brand. It's a great brand. They should just, they just need somebody good to make it happen. Lovely Mark. He loves it. Joe LaFaro says LMVH's Tag Heuer. Yes. Also own Hublot and Bulgaria. You have a Hublot, Angelo? Oh, they own. I was like going to be like, really? I'm surprised. They own Hublot and Bulgaria. Okay, that's great. Okay, makes sense. Jim Lazick, $4.99. Hey, Dirk on the Bashers. Just got to the show. Hey, Jimmy, great to see you. Hope everyone is doing great. Cheers to you all. Cheers to you, Jim. And let's give you a big bang boom for that. Let's go. What do I got? Something cowbelly. Why not? Maybe Tag is back to the. Oh, I guess that certainly would be true, right? That's probably why they did that. I'm sure they did. I'm sure Tish is probably right. I'm sure you're probably right. Melly C says, "Oh, so adorable." Oh, wait a second. Melly C just sent me pictures. There's no way we could do this without a little Mork and Mindy action. And I hope Mork is feeling great. I'm sure he is because he's got the best mommy ever. Look at my Mindy. Hi, honey. Look at you. You're a beautiful baby. Oh, she's so special. But she's fresh. I know that. Maybe I'll start doing thumbnails with Basher cats, and I'll come up with some boxes and her picking fights and stuff. Thanks, Melly. You didn't have to do that, but thanks. It kind of wouldn't have been the same without a little more Mindy action, right? Thank you so much. That's the Gallery of Bastards, guys. Thanks so much for that. Let's where is it? There it is.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
You share them with me, and I share with the world. Joe LaFaro says Johnny Mercer lyrics second to none. Absolutely up there. Bobby Dazzler in the UK. I had roof damage and fence damage at 55. Of course, we put years and years and years ago, we bought a shitty little house on the end of Long Island, which we don't have anymore. Long story. But we put a new roof on it, and they said it was good up to 100 miles an hour, and it had this thing called the golden seal and all this stuff. I don't know if it's true, but they said that our roof, the current roof that we had on there, 40-mile-an-hour winds went by, it would take it out, you know. So I was like, oh, that's terrible. 200-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, it's crazy. Bobby Dazzler experienced 100 in Seattle one time. Scary stuff, but 200 is unimaginable. Yeah, that's like Jupiter. You know, that's the stuff that goes on other planets. Climate change is real, my friends. We are drilling and clogging up the pores of this world, and you know, it's real. It's not fake. I know some people don't believe it, but it's true. I said the sea levels are rising. These storms are getting crazy. There's too many people. We need Elon Musk to offload them to Mars. Go to Mars. See ya. Have fun. Go to Mars. Bye. Oh boy, that's crazy. A lot of insurers are getting out of Florida. I wouldn't doubt it. Time to get out of there. Disney World is going to get wrecked. It's Central Florida, and that is where it's going to be bad. Cinderella's castle is going to be in bad shape, and that's the big one. That's the really big one. I like Disney. Shoot me. I like it. I think it's magical. Joe LaFaro, Sinatra records from Capitol with Nelson Riddle and Bob Costa, and the Count Basie stuff are unrivaled. It's unrivaled. It's unrivaled. It's unrivaled. 100% true. The whole vinyl argument is bull hunky. Honestly, from a guy who spent thousands on sound. I think the problem is that you're wrong. I think vinyl just sounds warmer and more beautiful. Yes, it's got artifacts and it's like an actual thing, scratching stuff. I mean, I don't listen to vinyl. I haven't listened to I've got thousands and thousands of vinyl albums here, and I never listen to them. I listen to music on YouTube because I don't really give a shit anymore. But when I really want to listen to a record, I get the CD and I listen on headphones. I just don't listen to compressed MP3 format music. It's just not my thing. CD mastering and digital mastering, the advent of digital, the mastering has never been great. The mastering for vinyl has always been better. And that's not arguable. That's what any engineer will say. It's like a purist shooting on film. But that's just what we've got now. It's the way the world went, so we have to grin and bear it. And I don't think it's spelunky. I think you put a record on, there's magic in it. There's a certain kind of magic that CDs and stuff just don't have. Some CDs sound great. Don't get me wrong. Some of them do. I remember back in the day, I used to buy all this classical company called Telarc, and I used to buy those CDs because they were mastered beautifully. The first 20 years of digital mastering was a mess. None of them sounded good. All those records sounded terrible. Then they got into the whole volume wars, and all the records got too loud, and they had no headroom, and there was digital distortion and all that stuff. I don't know. Like what you like. It's true too, but I'm a hypocrite because I don't listen to vinyl. I could, I just don't. And my turntables, it's cool, but it's under a chair. I don't even have it plugged in. Ray says even George Clooney would not go to see in that. He got $10 million for The Perfect. Remember that movie? That was a good movie. Memphis Recording Service. Yeah, I mean those records. My God, what was it about those records that were so instant and so beautiful? Now we have all this technology and nothing sounds as good. Nothing sounds as good. It all sounds small, squashed. There's very little dynamics and ambience. That's just me being a cranky old man. Folie à Dieu. No, I got it. Harley was Joker's therapist, but got sucked into his... Oh, is that the story? I didn't know. Nathaniel Hannon said, I figured Mr. Aviation would know about the airport code for Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. You know what? I don't go to Florida. I should know that. FLL. I was like thinking it is Florida. Are you in Florida right now, Nathaniel? Get out of there. Go away. Get out of there. 499. Everybody remember the kinetic energy formula is M times V squared. So here we go. The smartest guy in the room. So a 200-mile-an-hour wind has 4 times the kinetic energy of a 100-mile-an-hour wind. Totally true. Because he knows physics. This is like, Mars caliber, dust devils. But we have a magnetic core. But go, have fun, Mars. Bye. Have a good time. Enjoy. Oh, brother, bread and butter. Let's go with Super Chat Guy. Why not? Where am I? Hi to Dirk and all the Bashers. Just got to show up everyone's own joint. Cheers to you all. Did I get this already? But I don't think I did because I was talking about Jimmy last week. I'm going to give you his address right. I can easily get lost because every time I come back to the screen, everything moves away. Travis Watts, $10. I was hoping to turn into a human encyclopedia after putting it on. No such luck. He's talking to you, Nathaniel. Putting on the Nathaniel Hannon Speedy and becoming the smartest guy in the room. So funny. That's awfully sweet. Thank you, Travis. Ray, send Dirk. He did already. I will do it. I didn't get to it. I'm so sorry, Jim. I will do that right after the show, which is in a few seconds. Steve Skliski, the Verge name in the Verge escapement is Latin for verga, which means stick. I did not know that. Did you know that, Nathaniel? I bet you did because you speak Latin. They were used right up into the mid-last century. Hey, man, that is fascinating. Really? Wow. That's nuts. Timefly says, I just dropped your iBashers link into Tim Wright's channel. Thanks. I don't know what that means. You dropped the link. So that means like people are gonna watch. What does that mean? You watch my show? Thank you, Timeflies. Yeah, I mean, Timmy's in and out. He's in and out sometimes. Thanks for that. Watch Flares, same kitty. That's crazy. Ray says, Jim, I told you. Yeah. Okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Want to make sure I don't miss anything. Easy E, hey, just popped in. Have some Dow cab. It's velvety and chewy. It was on a roof garden breaking things down for wintering. What are we yapping about? Did you come up with Dirk Steen and Ushberg? Who came up with that Easy? Was it you? That's what I was asking earlier. East Stewart Hall says, climate has always changed. Would you prefer a new ice age coming? Seriously, imagine the fear we could generate with ice age coming, Dirk. Would you prefer ice age or warm planet growing food? I mean, we're about to switch poles too soon, right? That's natural. It's going to happen, right? None of this is going to happen while I'm alive. I'm just saying, we just need to calm down a little bit. That's all I have to say. But thanks for the $10. And I totally get it. Yes. And we are going to get the ice age is probably going to come first, right? Right? Global warming is going to happen. Then it's just going to flip. Are we going to flip poles in the next 100,000 years? Nathaniel will be able to tell me that. Like we're going to switch. It's going to be, I don't know how that works. The planet does the poles, the magnetic poles flip, I guess internally. It's very interesting. I was reading an article and I'm sure a guy like Nathaniel could tell me exactly what that means, but I think that's what happens. It does shift. Thanks, E. Stewart Hall. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I just think it would really help if we had less people. We have more people than ever because people are not dying like they used to die. People used to die from toothaches. People used to die from, all kinds of things. Strep throat killed everybody. Just think about consumption. Holy crap. Before antibiotics and other things that we have. That's why we've got so many people. When I was born, there were 4.2 billion people in the world. Now there's almost 9. That's insane. That's in a generation that's happened. More than double. It's crazy. What's going on? We need to go to carousel. Does anybody know what that means? We need carousel. We probably will eventually. JBB says, a planet so warm that even the Amazon River is drying up. See, that's the other thing that'll happen. It'll get warm and it'll get so hot. And then look what happened to Venus. Venus had water. It's too bad, even though it spins the other way. At one time had water and all that stuff in it. They got the greenhouse effect. They caught that, bro. And then, it took a long time, but everything dried up on that planet and then became a noxious carbon dioxide hellhole. The hottest The only thing hotter than Venus is the sun. It's something like 900 degrees Celsius on the surface. But apparently, in the clouds of Venus, they found some kind of organic matter floating around in the last probe that went in there, or probably some spectral analyzer, maybe from James Webb. And they're thinking that if they were able to suspend some kind of station in the atmosphere, because it's like 65, 75 degrees at one point, and it's not raining sulfuric acid, that apparently they could get a lot of work done on Venus, like much more information and stuff. Obviously, the only people that ever landed was Russia. What was it called? The oh man, there's not enough RAM in my brain. Whatever the Venusian thing was called, it was called the Ven something or other. There was two of them, and the first one melted, and the second one, there's pictures. We have pictures of the surface of that. So it could happen. What would I like? I'd like the Earth to just be less endangered. Top Dog, who's joining tonight? Guess I don't know. Guess tonight. You can go to Timmy's show. He's got guest galore. I don't do the panel shows. It's too much confusion. I have a birth year 68 copy of Stevie Wonder album on vinyl. Wow. Yeah, it's that great vinyl, and a great record. They made superior auto CDs in the late 90s, but it never took off. I remember when that happened. Yeah. SACDs. Yeah, they were good. I have a couple of them. I have like Queen of Night at the Opera. I have a couple of Beatles ones. Amazing. The Ice Age Squirrel was cute. Easy. Yes, I did come up with said moniker, my bro, and other variants. Can't believe. No, but I because Dave Fitzsimons came up with this idea of Dirk, Steen, and Hirschberg merch. And I was like, I think we need to consult with Easy first because I'm pretty sure. Yes, I am in Fort Leonard and will not be evacuating. What, you're going to be okay there? All right. Yes, we are overdue for a pole switch. Yeah, the poles are going to switch soon. They don't know when. It could happen it could happen. I guess it could happen anytime. We've been waiting for Beetlejuice to explode for how long now? It probably did already. Just we haven't seen it because, it takes a while for it to get here. How far is Beetlejuice? Like 30 light years? It's not even that far. Beetlejuice. So maybe it didn't. Oh, 642.5 light years. So it could have happened already. And we won't know. Yes, the pole switch will be spicy. Yeah, it's going to be spicy. Because you know where I'm going to be living? In the tropics. I'm going to be down under. Top Dog says, saber-toothed tiger is on the way. I want to go out. The whole Jurassic Park thing? That's probably true now. I bet you that probably could be done. Nathaniel, what do you think? If we could extract DNA probably from the dodo bird and the saber-tooth and pterodactyls and all the fun velociraptors. That's probably doable now. I mean, people clone their dog and their cat, and Paul was like, "Don't do that." I was like, "I know." Turns out they're never the same. We generate electricity by spinning on a magnet inside of a wire. Imagine the entire inside of the planet being a magnet spinning, generating electric current inside all the wires on the planet. Yeah, imagine that. Be pretty ugly. The longer the wire, the greater the current. RIP high tension power lines. Yes, for sure. For sure. Top Dog says GF Hotbox. Ray says magnetic power poles to rotate any minute now. Where's my Milgas? I got one. Not on me. Venera probes. Thank you so much. Venera probes. Yeah. I used to have the Philips DAC. Oh man. I did too. I loved DAT. You know what? There was something about DAT that was better too. And you know what? Also, I was a big advocate of mini disc, and I have one here. I don't have it plugged in, but I have mini disc. I actually used to run my shows off of because my drummer used to play to click track because, like I've said, while I don't want people lip syncing and faking stuff, we did have like orchestra and keyboards that we couldn't perform live. And this is in the 90s that we did this. So like, I don't know if anybody's doing. I might have been the first guy to do this. Who knows? I said, hey, wait a minute. So my drummer was playing to a click, and it was all running on mini disc, and it was so versatile. That's a technology that never went anywhere either. Oh man, DAC was great. Really, really great. The DNA in those prehistoric mosquitoes is too decomposed. We can bring back woolly mammoths and dodo birds. We have intact bodies of those. We do. Amazing. The body of the last living dodo bird is in the Museum of Natural History at Oxford University. I used to visit him and I named him Fred. What a better way to end the show than that amazing stuff. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the super chatters today: Andrew Wolkowicz, Nathaniel Hannon, Jim Lazick, Travis Watson, East Stewart Hall. Man, we're all here to love and serve the Bash. You know, we can agree to disagree, and you know what? Sometimes one of us is wrong, and the better man will always admit it. And I think that's the best part about being in the Basher world. I love being educated by you people. I love amazing knowledge and smart people. I love people who care about animals and their loved ones and want to protect Mother Earth and all things. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about that shit. I don't care about, you know, zealots and religious people and all their junk. Great. If it works for you, great. You know what I always say. You know, I always say, please hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter unkindness, you can't always be sure of what's going on in that person's life. They could have gone through something really terrible, something really tragic. It's either that or they're a total cunt.